until I was 7 months pregnant. I finally realized I wasn't the one he loved most, right now in the room. He was playing in bed with his stepsister, completely ignoring my presence at the door, pregnant and heartbroken. His stepsister pretended to pout, saying she couldn't sleep without his bedtime stories. He gently comforted her like she was everything. When I walked into the room, devastated, only then did he glance at me, casually asked how the checkup went. I told him everything was normal. The doctor said I should start preparing for labor, and reminded him to prioritize taking care of me. That clearly struck a nerve. He immediately defended his stepsister, said she just returned from abroad under their parents' care and deserved attention. I couldn't help but mock. She looked more like she just crawled out of the womb. He snapped in anger, told me never to speak of her that way again. I asked him coldly, had he forgotten his proposal vows? Once he held flowers in his hands, promising to love only me and never let me suffer. But now he thought I only cared about money. Even wanted to send me hush money via transfer. My heart was shattered. I pulled out the divorce papers I'd prepared. But just then, his stepsister started pretending again, said she had gas and stomach pain, asked him to massage her, without even glancing at the papers. He rushed to her side. He whispered to me gently, said she would leave in 3 days, and he would make it up to me then. But before he finished, she called out again, and he walked away without hesitation, watching his back. I finally broke down, told him he didn't deserve to be my husband, or the father of my child. Then I called my older brother. I cried and begged him to keep his promise, to come and take me away from this place. On the other end, he put out his cigarette and promised to come in 3 days. The next day, I opened the bathroom door and saw them fooling around in the bathtub. She smirked at me proudly. He asked me to bring her a bathrobe. I coldly refused. She started her act again, said if I didn't want them together, she could give up the child, then claimed she wanted to die. I was furious at her shamelessness. He fell for it as expected, yelled at me for being crazy. At that moment, a sharp pain hit my belly and my water broke. I collapsed on the floor in agony. He finally panicked, but his stepsister smirked coldly. On the way to the hospital, I was in pain. He drove while urging me to hold on, but she threw a tantrum in the back seat, said her legs were cold and needed a blanket, then whined for hot milk. He actually stopped the car to meet her ridiculous demands. She took the chance to taunt me, said everything in this home should belong to her. I passed out from pain and despair. When we finally reached the hospital, I was rushed into surgery. There I suffered from an amniotic fluid embolism. The baby's heartbeat stopped. Doctors tried everything, but it was too late. They could only save me. When I woke up and heard I'd lost the baby, I was crushed. Then he and his stepsister walked in, holding a so-called baby gift. He casually comforted me, said we could just try again. His fake concern reminded me of the past. Back then, I was pregnant too, but he told me to get an abortion, then swore on his knees that he would protect the next child no matter what. It was that promise that made me forgive him. Now my hands trembled as I opened the gift bag. My baby was already gone. These gifts only deepened my sorrow. But when I pulled out the clothes, a condom fell out from inside.